Hey guys, so today I thought we would do an isometric letter H, but cute. So an isometric letter with some curves. If you know what I'm talking about, I will show you. So first we are going to set up our grid by clicking Show Grid, and then we're going to go 0.3 for spacing and division 2, and then close. And then I'm going to just zoom in and start drawing like I normally would with doing just any kind of normal isometric letter. So I'm going to click on the front plane because I want to draw on the front plane like so. And make sure edit in plane is on, otherwise it's not going to draw it in the right plane. And next, probably getting off of white because we need a proper color. We need, I don't know, like maybe a blue. A pastel-y gray blue. Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay. So let's draw our shape for the letter H, which would be, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I'm going to zoom in because we are really far away here. And we will just Alt drag to duplicate that over here and draw another line about here, and ta-da, we have our front planed isometric H, and now we are going to turn it into a 3D shape by giving it some other stuff. So let's draw the side plane by doing exactly the same but on the side and with a different color. Let's do, I'm thinking like a dark purplish color. That's not like a very cute color though. I think we need a cuter color, like a pastel purple. Yeah, okay, adorable. See? Colors can be adorable. Now we're going to draw the little part up here, and then I'm going to draw it down here, but I'm actually just going to drag it down there. And then I'm going to go convert to curves and bring it down with shift like that. And then we need to do our top plane, our top shapes. So we will just do that again, and now I need to figure out an even cuter color. Let's do pink. No, cute pink. That's not cute pink. That's a cute pink. Yes, there we go. Cute pink, like a Peppa Pig pink. There's a tongue twister in there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the top of the H, the bigger part here, and it added a stroke. Why would you add a stroke? That's annoying. Okay, so now we have our normal isometric letter H, but we want it to be curvy and super cute. So I'm just going to drag it over here because why not? So the first thing I'm going to do is just select all of the front shapes and add them together so they are one consistent shape. One combined shape. Yeah, combined's a better word there. And the next thing I'm going to do is make this a better color because I've just decided I don't like it and it's not cute enough. Yeah, so like a brighter, cuter blue. Yes. Yeah, okay, that works. And now comes the fun part. And when I say fun, I mean the kind of tricky part. So what I want to do in here is make this right here curved. So rather than having it straight line, I want to have a nice pretty curve there. And there are technically a couple ways I can kind of do this. But I'm just going to start off with doing the easy stuff first, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I'm going to grab my corner tool right here, and I'm just going to either drag or just type it in up in the little area here. So under radius, I'm going to do, I think, point one. Yeah. Was that 0.1? Did I hit 0.1? I couldn't see that. I moved like right in front of my microphone and I couldn't actually see it. 0.1. 0.1. Yeah, okay, that was good. We're all good. So that is kind of what we're going for here. So I want to have that curvy edge all around this. So, you know, if it was like a physical object, you'd be like, wow, this is a cute little letter H made of plastic for, you know, a kid's toy or whatever. Something that has rounded edges, not sharp edges. Yeah. because I think in terms of baby stuff now, because there's a baby. A little baby. And let's see. I should clarify, I have a baby, not that there's just a random baby. And she's a year old, and she's pretty cute, but she does have a tendency to like whacking herself in the face with hard objects. So at least I want things to have rounded edges. So how would I round this edge? Ooh, how would I round that to make it not sharp for a baby? Well, it's a bit tricky since I've already established that these are different planes. Yeah, so because this one isn't, as you see, it's not really connecting with any other shape, that one's super easy, which would be the same for this one and this one here. So I can actually do those ones as well. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the top ones with a radius of 0.1, 0.1, and this one gets a radius of, you guessed it, 0.1, which looks super goofy because like what the heck's going on here? Yeah, what? Well, I'm going to do the other shapes too. So again, just the easy parts to start where there are no intersecting shapes or shapes touching each other. So just 0.1 all around, and this one as well, 0.1. Okay, now I think we have all the easy stuff done, although we could actually do this one because there's nothing touching that one either. Just put a 0.1 in there. Cute. And should I do this one? I'm going to try to do that one and see if we can get the same look. See, we cannot. Like, what is that? That curve is nuts. So I'm going to do maybe like half of that. So maybe 0.05. That's a bit better. And then I'll do the same with this, 0.05, 0.05. So yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. Now this one has two intersecting, they're not intersecting, they're just touching, two shapes there. So we're going to do that one in just a minute, but we will do this one with the same thing. So that'll be a will this be a 0.1? Nope, that'll be a 0.05 again, 0.05. And then this will also be 0.05. Beautiful. Such a cool curve. I love how that works. It's just it's all softy and curvy and cute. Okay. So now that we've done the easy parts, we have to do the tricky parts now. Sorry, but we gotta. That's just what's next. So what do we do? How do we get this curvy? Because if you try this out yourself, you can't really like select all of that and just curve it. That's not really what we want. I do like how that looks, but that's not what we're going for. So we can't just make this a curve. We have to combine those shapes. And to do that, we will literally just be combining those shapes. So I'm going to take those and drag it over here, combine it, make sure it's still on my grid panel there. My grid panel, my grid. And then I'm just going to click on the bottom here, go 0.1, and now it's curved. See? But it's all one shape, which is very confusing. So what do we do there? Again, we have to do some more good work. Now I'm just wondering if I should do other stuff in the meantime. It's very complicated. There's like different orders and stuff you have to do things in, and I haven't mastered that yet. So we're just going to do a little maybe of trial and error today. So I'm going to draw a straight line through that so I can divide my side with my front planes. Select that, and divide, and get my color back there. See? So we have a really super roundy bottom here. That works really well. And I can maybe I'll maybe do this one next, which is a bit trickier because I can't just draw a straight line through that. Ooh, yeah, this gets tricky. Okay, let's bring this over here. And I'm going to make that all one shape again. And then I will draw, wait, nope, don't draw anything yet. You gotta make it curvy first. Curve that line, 0.1 radius. There we go. So it's got a nice curvy bottom again. And then we will draw the line, but I'm only going to draw it to there and then out to there. And I'm going to take off that stroke. Why is it automatically adding a stroke? Also, why is that not aligning? Yeah, we need that to align a bit better. So maybe we'll just do it like that. There we go. Okay. Now, once again, click on that and divide it. Get rid of that little thing that we do not need. And oh, what happened to our little thing we had there? Did I forget to add that in? What happened to that? Did I not include that? Did I lose it entirely? Oh, I did. Okay. Well, we will have to do something about that. How did that happen? Oh, did I grab this part initially? Is that why? That's probably what happened. Yeah. Okay. So I will bring this up here. I only need this curve anyway, so it's fine. And then I will bring that back over here. It's a lot of layering and making shapes. That's all it is. Bring that so it's aligning perfectly. And then I will select it all and divide all of that and the H and divide. Okay, now we are just going to try and remove all the parts we don't want. That remains blue and that all remains purple. Okay, and then use the, what is this, add? Use add to add everything back. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our super curvy H bottoms, I guess. Yeah, the bottom of the H's are super curvy. Let's see how that looks without the grid here. So curvy. Actually a little weird. I may have done too curviness here. Right? That's a bit weird. Like it's not perfectly curvy. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a perfect kind of curve going on there. So I may want to adjust that. Let's see if I could maybe bring that up, or should I just ignore it and keep going? Let's see how it looks from a distance. It's tricky because it's like, it's supposed to be a perfect curve, but it's also not because it is being done on an isometric plane. So it would probably look perfect if you're looking at it straight on, but we're looking at it on an isometric plane. So I think that's probably why it doesn't look perfectly curved, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to maybe see how that looks later. And if it looks good, then we'll just like leave it, and that's fine. So I'm gonna get my grid back, show my grid. Come back. And I'm going to bring this over here. And now we still have our original H. We do. Okay, just double checking. We don't need it right now. But I just wanted to know it was there, just for emotional support. That's my emotional support H. Thank you very much. Let's go do this one at 0.1 as well. 0.1. And that's good. So we will draw another line. Go on top plane, line all the way to here. And we will divide that one up with the divide tool. And select that and make it pink. Okay, so now we still need to do this side as well. I wonder which H I'm going to end up with, this one or this one. I don't know at this point. So tricksy. What did I forget to do? I haven't done the inner part yet there either. This little part in here. It's getting very curvy though, so I like how curvy it's getting. Let's do this part like that. I'm just going to duplicate this like 1,000 times until I've got the final product, which is all perfect and curvy and adorable. Okay, so same thing as before. I'm going to add those together. I'm going to click on this corner point here and make it 0.1 for radius. And once again, I will draw a line, just cutting right into that, and then dividing it and making that pink again. Beautiful. So it's super curvy now. Let's bring that over here. Have we got all the shapes that we need? We've got this one in here. Now this part gets real tricky. Like, what do I do about this? Do I ignore this? Are these even like aligned properly? Nah, they're not perfectly aligned. I think this purple thing needs to be moved down just a smidgen like that. Hopefully that was good enough. probably end up adding like a little stroke on this when we're done. So hopefully it'll all look really good when it's completely done. But at this point, it's still tricky. I will bring this back into here. No, I need the top plane on. Okay, it's getting so goofy. Like, it's getting to be a very curvy little goofy little letter here. I kind of like it. Okay, nope. Close it. Why can't? I'm just trying to move. Let me move. There we go. Thank you. So HHH. Destroyed H. And I will just bring this one, which is already done. Well, sort of. It's sort of done. I'll bring that one up to here. Like that. The grid's like, I don't know what you're doing with all these curves. Like, what's going on? I need this other little bit here. That needs to come with me over there. Yes, okay. Now, you know, why don't I just steal that? Yoink, stolen. And then I'm just going to go down to the bottom here. No, I could bring that up, or I could just cut through it. Yeah, I'm just going to cut right through that. And divide. And, whoops. Which part do I want? Yeah, okay, so that's good. So we have this part now. Now this part, well, I can actually just do the same thing here. So I'm just going to grab... no, not that. Let's put that on the grid first. Maybe. Okay, so it's nice on the grid there. So now if I cut it, it'll be proper. I'm not even making sense, am I? I'm just using like, I'm trying to figure all the cogs in my brain and how this is going to work. Let's see. So we want this part to be here. So I'm going to go on the front plane and cut it off right here, and then put those two together, and then bring that over here. I will make this one quite a bit lower to there. I will color this one that blue color and bring that in here, and our shape is curvy. So I will connect that one to the other part. Okay, so we've done all the medium trickiness ones now. Now that's all is left is the super tricky ones. Or the ones that I'm not actually sure I need to do. Like, how do I make that curvy there? I don't honestly know. Fun. Okay, let's do these ones. And I'm going to do, I think, at least, the same thing that I've been doing this whole time. Actually, I think I need the whole thing here. Another emotional support H. Thank you very much. There we go. Now I need these two to be best friends. There we go. Now they're best friends. And we're going to convert that to a little curvy curve. 0.1. And the same thing here. 0.1. Unless I need that to be... No, that works actually. Why didn't that work? Where did my curve go? Why is it not showing up? We talked about this. Come on. Where is it going? Okay, well, where's the curve? 0.1. Why is it doing nothing? It is doing absolutely nothing. What are you doing? Do I have too many anchor points there? I have too many anchor points there. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's undo all of that. Make sure that's all one shape that doesn't have multiple anchor points. So let's just delete that anchor point and delete that anchor point. Okay, so now it's just one very simple anchor point. Oh, go back. So we will go click on here once again to our little curvy curve. There we go, 0.1 curve, and here, 0.1 curve. There we go. Those don't match. Weird. Why don't those match? Good question. Why doesn't that match? Are there too many curves on the H? Maybe I've modified it too much. Okay, let's see. Are there any weird anchor points on this H? I mean, that one's kind of a weird anchor point. So let's get rid of that. But outside of that, it's just the one. Okay. Well, then this should be working. I don't have any reasons why it's not working. So we want 0.1, 0.1. Okay. And then the same with this. We want this to be 0.1. Can it not go to 0.1? It doesn't seem like it can. It is not wanting to go beyond 0.058. Why not? I would like it to be beyond that, please. But it's not letting me. That's pretty annoying. Okay, well, what is going on there? Maybe I need to redraw it and try again. Or it's possible that it simply, as a shape, cannot go beyond that. But that's pretty weird. Why is it doing that? Alright, well, let's just redraw it. Redraw this shape right here. And take off the stroke. And we will make it orange so I know what the shape is. And I'm going to do that with this. See that? I can get 0.1. 0.1. See, now what the heck? Why were you not doing that? Honestly. More cutting and more shapes. We'll bring that over here and we will divide that shape. We will get rid of this bit here and the rest will all be happy together. And we'll get rid of this part and we'll bring this nicely in here. See, now it fits perfectly. Okay, well then I still need to do this other cutty part. But actually I should do this part here as well. Because we haven't done that yet at all. And we need to do that. So that kind of looks like there's multiple anchor points there. Yeah. And one anchor point left. Okay, so now we can go in and make it a curvy. Curve it to 0.1. 0.1. Okay, that matches. Yeah, that matches pretty well. So I'm going to draw my line through here again and divide that up. And now the top and the bottom are divided and the bottom part will be this beautiful Peppa Pink. And does that look super weird or are we good? Maybe it's a bit weird. Maybe I'll just bring all this stuff over here. So it's all connected. Assuming we're still on the grid and not moving away from it. Okay, so we have, I think, our weird little H. That's pretty curvy. I like how we have the progression of all the H's. I'm going to bring the grid back and just move all of these out of the way, but still on the grid. Okay, and then take the grid off because I like seeing it without the grid. Okay, so this is our potentially final H. Let's make that a bit bigger. Ooh, that's not growing very well. Probably because it's still measuring. Whoops, we've lost everything. I think it's still measuring that the curve as like a 0.01. So when you make it bigger, although it shouldn't be because I did divide it. So I don't know what's happening there. I don't know. But why don't we see how it looks with the stroke? Yeah, let's see how that looks. We'll do like a darkish purple stroke and make it a little bit bigger. That's pretty cute. And that is definitely with the round cap and the round join. And aligning it to center usually works the best. So that's what we will continue to do. Now, it looks pretty good. The only real question is if we want to make these little parts here roundy too. But the question is, how do we actually do that? My brain can't wrap around how we would make that part curved too. So, I mean, we would basically, maybe I should save, or not save, but I will make an additional one of this. I'm gonna bring my little gritty grid back and, nope, not you, go away. And just duplicate this again, bring it over here. And now I'm working with you, buddy. Let's see, we will go in here and do a 0.1 on this. And one does that... Okay, there's an idea. Okay. So, as you would see with a curved toy, we can make these corners 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. That did nothing. What? Hey, that didn't do a thing. Why did that not do anything? That's not cool. I just want to clarify, that is not cool. Are we... Oh, yeah. Anchor point problem. All right, so let's try that again with 0.1. 0.1. There we go. Okay, so it gives us that little, obviously, an issue, but I think we might be able to work with that. What if I make that a shape? What if I go like this and like that? A little more precise, maybe? Maybe not super precise. Click that, bring it up in here. Click that, bring it over here. And then I will just make that the fill. Hey, that works. Okay. So yeah, so we've just got, it's just super roundy everywhere. So we just give it a stroke color there. Okay, yeah, that definitely works. So I will make that go away and I will bring that back over here. Actually, I should grab both of those, that and the stroke, that and that. Group those together, bring that over here. And then I will do the same thing I did with the other ones right here. Go 0.1, 0.1. And then here I will go 0.1. Again, oh boy, completely forgot. Has its second anchor point where I can't do anything. Okay. You'd think I would learn the first time, but I didn't. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we have our weird little curviness. Okay, so that is our shape. That is our H shape. What is going on here? We've got like some weird lines and stuff happening there. Okay, H, you done. So now we can decide, maybe make the grid go away. We can decide if we want to make the stroke any bigger on this. Make it a little more cartoonish or cutesy. Although we do need to make that little part not have a stroke because it's relying on not having a stroke to work. Yeah, like that. So take away that one's stroke as well. Okay, the slightly thicker stroke works pretty well actually. Now, if we want this to be even cuter, what do? Well, we could give it a texture. So, what should we do for a texture? Maybe polka dots? I mean, polka dots are pretty cute. So, either polka dots or lines. Why don't we try polka dots first? We'll do polka dots on the front plane. So, I will draw... Actually, I'm going to draw them without doing it in the plane first. I'm just going to draw some normal everyday polka dots. Problem is, it's wanting to have them at an angle, which drives me insane. Like, I just want them straight over this way. That's annoying. Okay, fine. I'll align them later. Okay, so do that, and then control, whoops. J, control J. If I want it all going across here, I may actually want to do more of those. So let's align those. Why is my align not working? That was weird. Every once in a while, Affinity Designer does some weird things. Like, it just doesn't let me press buttons for some reason, which is a bit strange. Very, very strange. Okay, now we will have lots of dots. Let's align them to the top and then distribute them evenly. Why do they keep changing? Okay, so that's our dots, and let's make them go down this way too. Oh, I should actually group this first group together and make that group go away because I don't like it. And then properly control J all the way down. like so. You know, so we have enough dots that if you look really closely, you can see like, I'm seeing like a sphere in there. What are you guys seeing? Ooh, it's too many dots. It's making my eyes go crazy. Go crazy. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so let's group all of that. And then we are going to go fit to plane. And then I'm going to go, I'm just going to move it over there actually. Just over there, just a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it back. And then I'm going to cut. And I'm going to select the H. And then I'm going to paste. And I'm going to drag it onto the H. So it's within the H. Adorable. That's actually a little big. Maybe like that, or maybe smaller. Maybe just a little bit smaller. And a little bit more not aligned to the grid. Yeah. Okay, yeah, right there. Right there works best for me. Okay. Okay, from a distance, that looks very adorable. Like peak adorableness. What about color? Should we make that like... no. How about... no. Well, it's already that blue color, so why don't we... I think the slightly darker blue works pretty well. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. It's cute. Okay. For there. Okay. So now we can do a texture on the purple parts if we like, or we can leave it as is. I kind of want to do a little cute texture because it's adorable and we're going for adorable. So let's do some lines. Now you can do it the same way as we did the polka dots. Just draw some lines, align it to the side plane, and do it like that. But it's actually a bit easier here because we could just literally draw them, you know, the lines. So we will go on the top and, oh yeah, I need my grids here. We will just like draw them like that. And oh, my purple. Where's my purple? Why is my purple not purpling? Purple. And we'll bring it over here so it aligns beautifully with the grid. And then I can just like bring it down like that. Control J, Control J, Control J. And I guess one other Control J and one up here. Now I'm going to make sure those are evenly distributed. The same, would be this? Yes. But I don't like how that looks on the bottom one there, so I'm just gonna move that over here. Now, do we like that? Nope, that's like the worst thing ever. I think I need some more here. So bring them here, there, and once again, just duplicate a lot. Those did not align properly. Yeesh. There we go. Okay. I'm actually going to move all of that. I'm going to group all that and then just move it all up a bit. Like that. Yeah, that's not bad, but I think we need to do the same thing we did before, and that is to mute the colors just a little bit. Although the stroke is going to be a problem, so we will need to actually put that in the shape because I'm changing the stroke color. Whoops. Oh, the white is, or the light pink is actually pretty nice. So I'm going to cut that, select that, and then drop that into the side. Did it drop? Didn't drop. There we go. So it's dropped now. Yeah, that's way cuter. How does it look from a distance, though? It doesn't look bad. Except now my side is inconsistent with the other sides, so I need to do the same thing with all the other ones. But that's only assuming I like this. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I want it to be a smaller stroke? No, I definitely don't. No, I think I like that. All right, so we'll do the same thing. I will simply cut and paste here. And I will drag that into there. I should take off my grid so it actually aligns properly. Like that. And then I'll do the same thing with this. Paste, bring it over here and drag it into there. Yeah. and then just move it so it works. All right, so I think we have our H basically done. I'm probably not going to add a texture onto the top just because I don't really think we need it. Having a bit of solid color kind of gives it a bit of balance, so I think that's probably good. But I will select all of that and group it together and copy it over here. That didn't copy. There we go. Copy it over here. So this is our final H product. And now, is there anything we can do to make it cuter? Yes, there's absolutely thing. We could add a swing set and a slide and tiny adorable people going, just like walking around this place, and maybe like a little door. But that's a lot of work, and I'm not quite there today. So maybe we do maybe we do none of that? Yeah, I think we'll do none of that, but maybe a little shadow. I'm going to ungroup all of that nonsense, and I'm going to take it away. Take it away. Make it all just go away. Yeah, I just need that, actually. Make that go away, make this go away, and I'm going to fit it to the bottom plane and align it with that blue. Bring it to the bottom. It's weird at the bottom here. Maybe like that, so it's not touching. Okay, good. The top looks so weird there. Really, really weird. Yikes. Okay, I actually need to like redraw that whole thing. Or we just don't do that. And we just fade it out of existence. And then we go and find our transparency. Nope, that's not a gradient. There we go. Transparency tool. Go the other way with it. So it's like that. So we just have this tiny, tiny little shadow of an H. So it's like, I'm here, I'm casting a shadow, look at me. But it's not really. It's just being all cute and stuff. Yeah. Did that make sense? No. It's fine. Doesn't need to. So we are done. We've got our awesome little adorable H. It's very cutesy. I kind of love it. If I could just 3D print from here, that would be great. But obviously this isn't 3D software. So maybe that's next. Maybe I just got to learn Blender. I've been trying. It's hard. But yeah, maybe I'll get rid of this one here. And then bring these down. No, not you. That. There we go. Yeah, because there was just too many otherwise. Like that. And the other ones I can handle. I think that's okay. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Whew, okay, our H is done. Our adorable, cutesy, little isometric, polka dotted, line stripey H is done. I think it's adorable. I hope you think it's adorable too. I can do other letters. This was like surprisingly a lot of work just to make it cute and curvy. If there's an easier way to do all of that, and please let me know. Because that took a while, but it's possible there's an easier way that I simply do not know. So if there is, by all means, please let me know. Anyway, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, if you want me to do more of these letters in this style or any other kind of different style or any other wacky isometric style, let me know. And I think I am done. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.